Well, if you're watching this, that means I remembered to press record today, which, progress. Hello and welcome to what is hopefully the first of a two-part end-of-season non-league to legend international league special. We've got the semi-final today against Italy. Of course, if we lose it, that'll be that. But it's my first game as England manager without being a club manager as well. Makes me feel a little bit sad. We're only about 5 days further on than we were at the end of yesterday's video, so no plans have yet been made for where I go next. I think there goes the ice cream man. There you go. He wants to get in on the action. Brilliant. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to end up next. I think the retirements and stuff happen in a couple of weeks, so I'll see what European jobs come up then and make the decision from there. It's probably going to end up being a coin toss between a decent European job and starting again from the bottom. But enough of that nonsense. We've got an important European League match today, if there is such a thing. And this is the team that we are playing. It should be quite a familiar looking England team to you by now. We've got Matt Lee in goal. Robbie Steele, I'm not sure if you've met Robbie Steele before. He's a 22-year-old left back. He's had 5 caps for me all this season. Plays for West Brom. Actually seems like quite a decent left back. He's never actually played in the Premier League, but that's not unusual for a spot in this England squad. He's been quite consistent with West Brom. I'm not sure where they've finished in the Championship this season. Let's see if we can have a little look. For goodness sake. He's playing for a team. He's a defender in a team that almost got relegated from the Championship. But, he's done all right for us, so we won't complain. Ricky Simpson and Ron Osborne, you're very familiar with from Man City. And David Jackson has been around and about this England squad every time you've seen them play before. In midfield, we've got Ernest Adu, Liam Talbot, and Lewis Bradford. Couldn't remember his name. Again, you know all of these guys, and Michael Robinson. These were all around at the Euros. Andy Tunnicliffe up front. And then this guy, Callum O'Hanlon, is going to partner Tunnicliffe today. Modu Fall's on the bench. O'Hanlon's played 1 game for us before. And I think he has to go into the category as one who got away, because I didn't know who he was when he appeared on the radar for Forest this season, and it shows what a terrible manager I am, because I released him on a free transfer 2 summers ago, apparently, from Man City. He had fairly successful loan spells at Stoke and Crystal Palace in the Championship. We released him on a free. He went to Wolves in the Championship and scored an absolute hatful of goals, so Forest paid a load of money for him. And he then went on to score a load of goals in the Premier League as well. He's basically the hot young English striker in the Premier League. More important than any of that maybe is the fact he's natural as a complete forward, so actually complements both Tunnicliffe and Fall. Tunnicliffe and Fall are quite similar, and it works well when we're against teams we can absolutely dominate. But I'm thinking against a team like Italy, where we're not going to get a lot of chances, it would be quite handy to have O'Hanlon there to hold the ball up a little bit and bring Tunnicliffe and Robinson into the play a little bit more. See? Tactics. Now I've got all this time on my hands to focus on international football, I can go through those kind of thought processes, It's quite the luxury. On the bench, I don't think there's any massive surprises. There's a few names there I don't even know. But Paul Williams and Modu Fall are knocking around. Nathan Wilkes is there as well. These are the guys who are likely to be coming off the bench. If they're needed, Jerome Simpson as well is another one who we've seen plenty of in the past. So let's get into this match against Italy. My understanding of how the International League works, obviously we won our group quite convincingly. Italy obviously won their group as well. So we have the semi-final. The other semi-final I think is Holland against Portugal. And then whoever wins these plays the final in a couple of days' time. I don't know if there's a third place playoff place. Hopefully there will be, because that gives me another episode to give me a bit of time to prepare for the next stage of non-league to legend. If we get knocked out now and that's that, I've got to scratch something together quick. At the moment, Andy Tunnicliffe is on the top goal scorers chart as well, so hopefully can push himself forward with a nice hat-trick today, get himself into top place on that chart. So, yeah, there you go. It is Portugal against Holland in the other game. Both teams that we have every right to be afraid of because of previous experiences with them. So, Lewis Bradford making his 60th cap today. If this is one of my final games at top-level football, it's fitting that Lewis Bradford starts. There Donnarumma's in goal. I was going to say there's no one we recognise, but we're meeting up with Donnarumma again just a couple of days after we made our goodbyes. Matt Kilgallen, still with me at England. He walked out of Man City with me because he's a crazy person. I had hoped that he'd take over the job, but what it does mean is if we do end up toddling off abroad somewhere, we can take Matt with us and keep the Matt Kilgallen bromance going, which is got to be a good thing, surely. Where are the match stats? What's all this? Why have I hidden them? There we go. Is everything? No, everything's back to normal speed because obviously I hid him when I was doing when my friend was doing the highlights on the last episode. Not me. He hid him when he was in control. They tracked me down in the car and I managed to free them up again. As you've just seen just now, Ernest to do with a good challenge puts Tunnicliffe in. Tunnicliffe squares it for Robinson and we're 1-0 up against Italy. Oh, that is worthy of a sip of coffee from my Arrow mug, which I can see in the reflection that lots of the pictures disappearing. I need a new mug. Oh, that's delightful. Good to see the highlights are no quicker, even though we've only got one job now. For those of you worried about my financial situation, now we've only got the one job. Just remember, England is a job I was getting £84,000 a week from for like 4 days' work a year. Whereas Man City, I was only on like 50,000, so I'm still earning plenty of cash. What just happened there? Was that an own goal? It looked like a combination of howl-ups between Ricky Simpson and Matt Lee, two players who really should know better. But the cross comes in. Simpson just doesn't really get there, but Matt Lee should do better than that. I think Simpson might have been blocking his sight of that, and he just saw it too late. Wasn't able to convert it, but that was a bit of a sloppy goal to give away when we'd done so well to go ahead. But Tunnicliffe is in again. Oh, he's offside. Dubious. We're calling that dubious here and now. All right. Not seeing much from Callum O'Hanlon yet. Modou Fall is going to be chomping at the bit on the bench, getting ready to come on. If he senses any sign of weakness from O'Hanlon, and we're 2-1 down. I mean, Italy are a much better team than us. They're not playing a rubbish championship left back, so we haven't got any right to have any expectations from this. But the Euros were so much fun last season that there was always that little bit of hope that we might turn things around. I mean, this isn't boding well for winning the World Cup next year, is it? Which is kind of part of the plan. That's the script that's written. Now, Hanlon missed an absolute sitter there. Modou Fall would have levelled it. It would have been 2-2. Why? I'm tempted to just drag him off the pitch now, but that's probably not particularly confidence building for a young lad only making his second appearance for England. Why did I play him in this game? I know there was logic to it. I remember telling you the logic a minute ago, but right now I can't remember what that logic is. And for goodness sake, they've hit the crossbar now. They are running rampant over us, although the stats suggest it's been fairly even. Adu with the corner, and Donnarumma catches it. Come on, Donnarumma. For old time's sake, let us have a win. Just throw the match a little bit. The way Matt Lee did in the Premier League for Ipswich, bit of loyalty, bit of throw in the game. You never know where I'm going to end up. There might be a big money move in this for you. They're in again, and it's 3-1. I don't know that we've got any way to come back from this because they're just better than we are. We're using the Ipswich tactic, which is designed to try and sort of use physicality and direct football to nullify quality differences between us and much better teams. And it usually works, but it looks like today's going to be one of those days where we're just too weak at the back. And it's not to be, I don't think. I'm all sad now. I was all bouncing and happy after the sequence of wonderful trophies we've just collected with Man City. Excited about what the next chapter of this journey might be, and this is putting a bit of a dampener on it, really. At least this means we can have a bank holiday Monday start to the next phase of the adventure, rather than doing it on a Tuesday like was going to be the other option. There'll be a third place playoff here. If there is, we'll probably just sling that into this episode, because salesman mode. I don't know if a third place playoff is a way to draw someone into an episode. Let's bring Modou Fall on. I mean, it's too little too late, probably, but he's... we'll do that. We'll keep him as a complete forward. We know Modou Fall has the potential to just score a hatful of goals without giving us any notice at all that it's coming. So when we're only 2 goals down with Fall and Tunnicliffe on the pitch, we've always got a bit of a chance. But being 3 goals down, we have less of a chance. It sounds like there's a possum walking over the top of my garage. I don't know if you can hear that. It's either that or some kind of FBI military operation type thing just surrounding my house, ready to break in. Are you making YouTube videos? That's no way to spend a Saturday afternoon for a 33-year-old man. Go out and have a walk. Yeah, whatever. Right, Robinson's in. Who cares? Donnarumma makes a save. I mean, the stats are even. Look at that. It has been completely even, and it purely is down to quality of finishing. And you would expect with the strikers that we've got, if that's what it's going to come down to, we'd be better off. But then, of course, you have to compare the 2 goalkeepers. And Matt Lee is no Donnarumma. So, I'm all sad now. We'll bring Wilkes on. Because, you know, nothing says game changer like a lad who couldn't get into the Man City team. And we had to flog for half what we paid for him. Fall is in. I mean, if he can score now, there's hope. We've got hope. Right, come on, England. Modou Fall. Did he always have that hairstyle? I think that feels like a sentence I've said before. But I don't remember him having that hairstyle when he was younger. I think he's had that put in. Do you have that put in? Styled? I don't really know how you achieve that. But it's new. What's with the calm down arms, Fall? You need to be whipping us up. You should be dragging the ball out the back of the net and running back to the centre spot with it. Do you not understand that we're 2 goals down with 20 minutes to go? Italy seem to understand it because they're going to try and make it 3 goals down again because they are pushing and pushing and pushing. Bradford, ball up to Modou Fall, out to Tunnicliffe. Come on, lads. Now is the time to pull another one back and really put Italy under some pressure. Tunnicliffe is in and it's 4-3. Surely we're not going to have another one of these ridiculous games where ridiculous things happen. I mean, there you go. I told you Steele was good. Yes, all the Italy goals have come down his side, but he's got a cross on him. And Tunnicliffe is just a poacher. Gets in there. He's doing the calm down arms as well. What is it with them two? We don't want to calm down. Whip us up into a frenzy. Oh, who are we going to bring on? Who have we got to bring on? Oh, Italy are going to come back again. Matt Lee is in. I told you he was a good goalkeeper. Right, ball is up to Modou Fall, down to Tunnicliffe. Come on, lads, now is the time to get an equaliser. 4-4 is going to be ridiculous. Cross comes in, Fall can't quite get there. Bradford with the shot from range and Donnarumma collects. Right, we've got 15 minutes to go. And I want to get Jerome Simpson on somehow, but I don't know who to bring him on for. I'm thinking maybe Talbot. Can either of these players play in normal midfield? Right, Bradford's going to go there. Robinson will come back to be box to box. Simpson's going to tuck in behind the front two. And you never... Oh, go on. Simpson's... We've just seen Simpson score in the FA Cup final against us, so we know he's got goals in him at the moment. Fall now, coming forward again to Robinson. Out to Steele. Another cross, please. Cross comes in. Fall kind of intercepted it before it was making its way through to Tunnicliffe. I would have rather he just left that. But Robinson with the cross and Jackson, and it's over the bar. We have been all over them for the last 10 or 15 minutes, and the stats are starting to show it as well. Have we got another goal in us? Can we get a dramatic late equaliser? We're running out of time. And, Italy are attacking. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, we've really threatened. We've shown signs that there might be some potential in this team. And you never know. Another year of building. Get us to the World Cup. If we can sort out our defensive problems, find a real left-back, you never know. Right, Wilkes. Surely not. One last chance. Tunnicliffe is through. Can he cross it to Fall? He does. Fall hits the post in the last minute. Oh, that would have been exciting. I would have been quite happy with that, and it's not going to happen now. And Italy have knocked us out of the International League. But goodness me, did we put up a fight. You've got to remember, when we took over as England manager, we were like 35th in the world. We're still not even in the top 10. So for us to push Italy as close as we just have, I think that's acceptable. Do we have a third place playoff? That's what we want to find out about. Let's do. Yeah, Lewis Bradford, he's great. Of course we had a disallowed goal. Right, let's assertively say it was abysmal. Have a go at them. Yeah, our defending was rubbish. Yeah, Ciro Immobile, is that how you would say that? Yeah, he's getting carried away. He needs to sit down and shut up. Yeah, we're not happy to go out like that. I mean, watching me do a press conference must be absolutely thrilling. Andy Tunnicliffe's goal was good. Oh, good. I thought their manager was quitting. Right, is there another game? How do we find out if there's another game? Do we just have to Right, stages. That's what we want. So stages, we want... Well, let's just press continue and see if it tells us there's another game. I don't think there is. Looking at this, it feels like it's probably not. It's telling us our next game is against Switzerland, which is a World Cup qualifier match. So I assume that means there's no third place playoff. Not that, I mean, who cares if we're third or fourth anyway. Kevin Chapman was outraged after the game. Criticised. I mean, it doesn't say whether or not it was controversial. But I think that is that. Let's see. Click on semi-final. That might tell us. No, there's no third place playoff, is there? There we go. So that is that for this season. If we very quickly just have a look at the jobs that are currently available. So, Job Centre. Here we are. Now, none of these are interesting. Man City. Portsmouth, obviously not. Grantham. Now, if we were going back to original non-league to legend rules, Grantham are 20 minutes from my front door, even closer than Boston are. They couldn't have, I guess they weren't in the league at the time, but that one might be interesting. But, oh no, they've been relegated, haven't they? So they are going to be Vanarama North next season, presumably. So that's another option for young David to take over. But there's not really any managerial jobs for me at the moment. We'll have to, let's see if there's anyone about to get sacked, but really sackings probably would have happened by this point. What it should have is a list of the people who are going to be retiring. That would make more sense. I mean, Schalke would be quite good fun. That probably fits the bill. If he's, should we just declare interest in that? So Schalke, can we declare interest? There you go. Let's declare interest in the Schalke job. Try and get them to sack their manager so they can get the big guy in. And we'll see what turn. Next episode will be a surprise. As it stands right now, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't even know who the manager is going to be. So I'm in the dark, as much in the dark as you lot are. And we'll find out tomorrow, I guess. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And thank you very much for watching.